Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy evening. Happy Wednesday. Happy. Whoa, hang on. Don't like hearing myself. Happy Take a Shot Day. Wait, it's Wednesday, right? Oh my god, I've lost my mind. How is everybody tonight? All my wonderful viewers and lurkers and whatnot. I wonder if Val Farah did a shot and then bailed. Come do that and then leave. Oh, actually. Hey, Hooper, what's up? Actually, give me 1 sec. I didn't realize I actually have to rinse out my shot glass. I do have another one here, but I want to use the good shot glass. This lovely piratey themed shot glass. But you know, I'm going to go just rinse it. It'll be fine. It's alcohol, right? I totally forgot to have it washed. Alright, I'm back. When by shooting, I shoot. I have a shot of some Kraken rum. That's what I do. If I do shots, it's good. So basically, I get this really cool shot glass. I can also really change my thing. I forgot to turn off the autofocus. I had this really awesome shot glass from a really good friend of mine who brought to me when she moved here from Texas. And it's the perfect shot glass in my view. And I was called out because I wasn't going to put alcohol in it. I don't do alcohol in the stream, and I was called out for it. And so I've now had put in Kraken rum. There is a maximum of 3 redemptions. That's it, per stream. Not ever. Per stream. Get rid of the water. Because I found out what happens if I do 4 or more. And then it's bad. We're on episode 30. That's right, 30 of this Cloud Giant. Last year was the Frost Giant. And, alright, I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna fix my camera. So if this is 30, that means we're up to 60 hours, more or less. Give or take. There have been a couple episodes that went longer than 2 hours too. So yeah, it's... Sorry, I put that back. Also, I do stuff like this, so I don't always... Oh yeah, 1 shot too many. I found out 1 shot too many is 4. Because then I get sick. Alright, so cheers. What am I cheersing to? Cheers to my sneaky little lurkers. If the people who said they were going to be on are on. Cheers to you guys. So, cheers. But cheers to it being Wednesday. How is it already Wednesday? Cheers to it being Wednesday. And just getting into Friday. New year, bigger gray pile. Well, that's for sure. Are you talking about you or me? I thought it was Tuesday. Yeah, I don't stream on Tuesdays, so although I keep thinking about it, I have like some Lego sets I want to build, and I figure Lego streams their thing, so I kind of want to do a Lego. I did one. I'd like to do a Lego stream. I've got like actually 4 kits to build. I got another little kit that I bought over the weekend actually in Florida. It's a little dragon. Then I got a bigger dragon. I don't have the D&D set, which is, oh my god, really expensive. Oh, I need my glasses. I also enough to dig out my regular glasses too. All right. So yes. Well, my great pile did go. I did buy a couple minis from Reaper recently. So last time on, I sort of adjusted where the sun was hitting. So I added some more over here, and it took away from here. So because the sun, basically, this is where the angle of the sun is. I may have to actually scooch it on our leg a little bit too. So tonight is going to be finishing up these adjustments, and then I'm not sure. I got to finish. I think I want to highlight this cloth a little more. You plan to buy the 500 World set for Warhammer. Oh, cool. Yeah, so your pile gray will grow. Well, my pile gray will grow when Port Haven gets shipped. And what's more is they haven't closed it yet. But so I have a few more things I actually want. I've not closed out my Port Haven Kickstarter yet. Not yet, but soon. Whenever they say the pledge manager is gonna close, then I'll have to actually close it out. Alright, so I'm gonna turn this. So there's where the sun is angled. So as you see, it's gotta come around a little more. Now, I do remember I have to add some magenta in this. So tonight we'll be focused on doing this. And I'm gonna, we'll put my finger in it. That's a good place to put it, sure. I'm not gonna take away any from there. I don't think. So I'm gonna start out by just adding the orange in where I want to add it. I'm gonna cover the edges. Yeah, I gotta let that dry. I told you for a competition. This is just a little local one. Hey, what's up? Gamer DJ saying I have to get my order at the store, and I'm looking forward to all the minis coming out for that. So wait a minute. I've missed this set. Which set is this? The 500 World set? And apparently you're gonna get it too? Was it World? Is it World Eaters? I somehow missed this one. Honestly, not surprising. I've been busy. Okay, I want those colors, and I want to go grab my clear magenta, which I think I'm gonna have to go grab more of at some point. And actually, red. I remember I have red in this too. Yeah, just leave it to the magenta. So it's going to. This is, by the way. So yeah, it's a little 4-person, maybe 5-person competition at Total Con. Um. I keep finding paints that I think I'm gonna need more of too. After I just ordered.
Moist.
Nerdy Tokyo. What's up? So now I'm going to start adjusting some of this. There's definitely some golds in the sunset.
Boink.
Boink. Hey, what's up, Midwest Miniature Guy? Half watching. Oh, I forget to freaking fix my camera. Half watching Twitch while working. Half working. Only half working? That's fair. I always forget I have to shut off the autofocus. Like, it never used to be like this. Okay. I guess there. Okay, make sure I don't end the stream by mistake. That'd be sad. That's so fun. I'm looking at some like competitions. I've done them, but I don't actually really like online ones because they're photographs and not actual. You don't actually get to see the minis. Minis are meant to be looked at, not necessarily looked at by photograph. So I don't tend to do them. I don't really have to. I do them. I've done them at times, but not really. Not really my preferred method. Also, online ones, you can run into the fact if somebody, really wants to win it's a vote, they'll go and they can get all their friends to vote for them, which proves nothing. Hey, Gamer DJ, you still around? I think there was something I forgot to tell you last night when I was on the phone. Knowing him, he might have just popped on as he goes to play WoW. And is off playing WoW. Now, I did fix a little of this the other night, after stream. I went and painted this out. This is all now gray in here. I now have to finish the little belt buckle there. Yeah, as I said, online's fine, you can do it. But I have to travel to all the ones I do. Because all the ones around here, I participate in judging and whatnot, so I really can't. I don't really do many competitions around here. I don't do Captain Con because I'm a judge. I don't do Huzzah because I'm a judge. I do Total Cons, so I organize Total Cons. This competition's not part of that. The big question is when I'm going to be done in time. I know I've like probably a month and a half now. Wait, no. Probably like getting towards a month now. Yeah, a month and a half. I'll go with that. It's towards the end of February. I'm still working as a month from now. I friggin' hope not. I had someone online tell me this is perfect, and I was like, not really, not yet. Well, actually, my whole view is there's no such thing as a perfect mini. I don't want to ever find it either, if there is such a thing. I want to keep getting better for the rest of my life. I think I'm gonna lighten that up. I am this year. I'm gonna try it. I was gonna start working on when I finish this, but I started my sloppy ball piper, but I mean, it's not very done. I started the other night. Getting down my base colors. I'm going through kind of a crisis of, you know, how much can I get away with, you know, if I want to do something a little different than what's in the books. Because I think, you know, it'd be fun to make his hat, or more to the point, the one on the scepter. I'd love to do like a 2-color thing. I've noticed there's more than one color. Even in I think I'm muted, so I mean, is there any point in saying hi to Midwest Penny Guy? But this is not the color I want. I want No, I don't want that one either. I want the non-metallic gold. Well, you know, it's funny because okay, so I'm not muted, but what is the little symbol there? It says watching without audio. So I assumed you just muted me. It was really strange because you're the only one I've ever seen have that little icon. Well, it's good to know that's not the case. I've been dying to figure out what that was. So, how are you, Miss? Well, you're a nerd too. Because nerds are the best people. How are you tonight? Add a little yellow here. Just a little. It is always good when you pay the tavern a visit. And what are you working on? Oh, yeah, what are you working on? Alright, just primed up Isabel and Rufus. Oh, that's the Reaper Bard, right? Or is it? Rufus, I swear to God, is the name of the dog in that set. So I could have the wrong set. Isabel and Rufus. Maybe it's Mini Guys, honestly, because he does paint a lot of Reaper minis, I've noticed. Okay, it is the Barter Dog. I remember that. That's really a nice little set of minis. I saw Ann Forrester painted them. I was trying to, I want to say it was for the little game setting she was doing. You've painted 6. Wait, this is not a race. I've not painted a 1. I'm working on. Wait, I'm thinking about that. Yeah, I have not finished anything yet this year. But my view is this is not, in my case, it's not a race. But that's pretty freaking good. Actually, that's it. I'm not saying actually painting a lot is the wrong idea. I think it's the right idea, but not for me. Although maybe I need to try. Because I keep saying I need to try to actually paint more or paint faster. All right. Take a little bit of yellow, the darker yellow. Add some up here. Kind of blend things in. Blendy blend. All right. All right. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you dropped by. Have a great night. I assume you're streaming tonight? Oh, you know what? I know there's not a lot of us around. I'm gonna do a shout out. Everyone follow the Midwest Miniature Guy. And gonna go visit. He streams a lot. I know he streams Mondays. I think he streams Wednesdays too. I know he streams Wednesdays too. Okay. I'm gonna take some magenta. I actually got out of the thing. And I'm gonna thin it. So kind of a glaze consistency. I want to be very see-through. This is what a wet palette's really good for. I really like the way this looked, so it gives it kind of a... I like the glow. What are y'all working on tonight? I have not asked... I don't think I asked that on Monday either. What are y'all working on tonight? We found out what Midwest Miniature Guy was working on tonight. What? Did anybody working on anything? I don't think I really need to add this in there. I just really need to add it to this leg. Oh, I found some extra minis I had that are boring basis fact. Well, that's a good one. But tomorrow your new mini, excellent. You know what? If you haven't done much painting, that's always a good idea. Find some just minis to practice on first before you get the ones you really like. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is say that you're not good enough. You're not good enough to do a piece you're really looking forward to. You won't do it justice because then you'll never do it. Because you'll probably never ever think. We are our own worst critics. And, I can absolutely see it happening. So, there's something about us humans that have a hard time finishing things too. I've noticed about the new ones because I like them a lot. Well, yeah, think about it. I've repainted this. I'm actually repainting now. Just because I am not quite happy with it. I was not quite happy with exactly where the sun was placed, so. One thing is I like to say is if you're gonna take up this hobby, you better like touching stuff up. Alright. Now, I want to grab... Nope. Where's that color? Where's the one I keep bitching about? Sky Shadow. I like it, but it's so thin. So I've got like this line here, this terminal point. So I want to paint it on the other side now that I've moved my... Also, I spent a little time last night trying to figure out what competitions there are. I know, I gotta see if Catalyst is doing one, because I bought some Battletech minis to do. I know P3 is doing one. I know Resin Beast is happening. And Eldritch Foundry is going to be one of the, So I'm thinking about creating a mini on Eldritch Foundry. Black Skull actually won theirs last year, which was pretty awesome. Okay, we got that done. I'm just gonna do my golden demon, hopefully, and hope for the best. Yeah, maybe you said we're all hoping for pins here, right? I know I'm not realistic. I'm not realistically going for a trophy. No way. I do not feel that good, but I would love to get one of the pins. You know. Oh yeah, Nerdy Tokyo. I tell you what, do you want? You know what? Are you gonna do it? Would you consider doing a gag one and help Brush to hire Troll the golden demons like he does every year? I love the theme, sweets, candy, whatnot. Oh my god, just it was so good. I want to do a gingerbread. I kind of want to do a gingerbread Space Marine. I feel like I'm hearing more and more about different competitions and yeah, of course. When you're crazy, you just like to yeah, they are. You have they are like the world's best compete at Golden Demon. Mini painting competitions is a thing. It's like any other, sports that's out there. But I was thinking that might be fun to do. Now, granted, what it means is that whatever I enter will not be considered because it's not going to be to lore. You got to paint to lore, which is why, I mean, like, as I said, this is one of my pieces. Is this guy. And I'm wondering, like, how much liberty can I take? It sounds like you can take a little liberty with it. Especially something like this. It's chaos. And I've actually seen more than one color. But I'd love to take this hat, his jester hat, and, like, do it in two sides to colors. Well, if you do some, you just do it quick. You're not going to get scored on it anyways. So I figure I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. And if you recall, I actually typed that in his chat yesterday. Are they even using a bit for 40k in the HP? Yeah, that's exactly it. That's why I said you do just something stupid like that. It's to be part of the community. But I do believe that's probably the case. I'm not gonna do that. The only thing is, like, I looked at this guy, and he sort of, I guess, is in both Age of Sigmar and 40k, or maybe it could be used, but I think he's Age of Sigmar. His box was Age of Sigmar, or one of the boxes I saw was Age of Sigmar. So I'm pretty sure he's Age of Sigmar. I have 3 I could do, like his series entries. One is him, for Age of Sigmar. I have a Space Wolf I'd like to do for 40k, or I could always enter my orc I did for Barhammer, which came out pretty good. I could look at that and see if I need to touch anything up or fix it. It might be faster. But my plan was to do one of Space Wolves, and then I also have the Unicorn bitch from Old World. So the thing of it is, whatever you do that, whatever if you do that, you enter it as a throwaway. You're not entering it. It's not one of your serious pieces. So you do it. You just do something quick. No, you don't. You don't take it seriously. Probably should not have been that gray. You gotta score high enough. I have no idea. You gotta score. I've never been there. I just, I kind of read, but I've never been there, so I don't know all the ins and outs of Golden Demon. I will know a lot more after this year. Grab a little bit of blue. Oh, but that is the fun part of it. Is if you go, you get to see everyone else's work. I wish I can remember what level the wizard was. One of my favorites was going and seeing Chris Chung's. I don't remember the level number, but the wizard, the gaming wizard, diorama. I get to see it in person. I'm so thrilled. Uh, yeah, I got to see it in person, which was cool. I don't want that much. I want a stupidly thin 9 of this. Hang on, I'll be right back. Oh my god, this is annoying. Not hitting the right spot. What just the corner of this little gem. Wait, I could do... I could do some blue. I know what it was. It was like sapphire. Where is my sapphire? I have to kind of pull him out, look at him. All right. I would say right now, though, Rupert, focus on painting. Focus on getting better. Practice, 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 and do a lot of painting. You'll improve a lot. The more painting you do, the better you will get. And the more ready you'll be when you actually do dip your toe into this. Thing is chipping. Ah. Problem is, like, because of the way I have to hold this, I think I'm undoubtedly chipping off some of it, rubbing off some of my paint now and then. The competition in 3 years. I mean, things are a lot easier these days. When I started, there was no internet. There was probably some blogs out there, but really, there wasn't a lot in terms of easy ways to learn quick. It's a bit easier these days to learn how to paint because there's just so many online resources that there didn't used to be. I had to find a teacher, and I did. Sadly, my teacher does not do this anymore. But he was fantastic. He was a Golden Demon gold medalist. Ripping too hard. Okay, so trying to figure out where my gray is that I'm working on here, and oh, maybe I don't want to have that white Solid white line to go. Take some of my really pale blue. All right. Let's see. What's my? Yeah, one step at a time. I did my first competition. Yeah, I mean, as I said, that was kind of my point. Nerdy Tokyo. I did my first competition where I've been painting for like half a year. Exactly. I still say focus. Well, I mean, come to think of it, you could use. Well, I use competitions to actually drive me and make me better. Like, I try stuff like that. Now, there's two schools of thought. There are people who said, and I heard this, well, you know, for Golden Demon, don't try to do stuff you don't know. But I find I actually get really good results when I personally try stuff I don't know. I push it, and I keep working on it until I get it right. Now, granted, it may be more time-consuming like this thing. But it's true, you really don't know. I mean, you can enter anyways. What's the worst that happens? You know, you don't medal. No big deal. What you do get out of competitions is you absolutely can get feedback, and that will make you better. So it might be worth your while doing it. As I said, focus on painting and not worrying about where you're gonna place, I guess is my point. Is a better way to say my point. Focus on just getting better at painting. And then who knows, you might be surprised by how you do. You never know. Alright, I want rainy gray. So, I mean, I did them fairly early on, when I was comfortable enough to do them. But I never did any big ones. I did, the first time I did ReaperCon was 2021. That was the first time I did the MSP. That probably is the first real competition I entered. Like I said, a lot of the ones I was already... I did win Best in Show at TotalCon one year, but I'm not sure I really count that. Because there wasn't a lot of entries. Well, yeah, I think you can. I mean, if I can get there, you can. And I basically got to where I'm at in about 4 years. I mean, I've been painting for like 25, but I've only really been focusing it like as much as I have in the last 4 since I started streaming. I paint a lot more because of this stream. So, I'd say definitely in the last 4 years, it's been my biggest leap of improvement. The more you paint, the better you'll get. So, if I could get to a goal in 4 years, you can too. It just depends on how much dedication and devotion you're willing to put into it. Paint a little every day. If you can. Or most days. There was somebody who said a really frightening thought. I've said it before in here that if they don't paint every day, they start losing it after a day or two if they miss. They actually find they go backwards. I'm like... Nerdy, not Nerdy Tech, but Neon Gaming actually is thinking about entering something next year into the Golden Demon because he's got a bunch of friends. They're trying to convince him to go. I'm sad he won't go this year, but he's already doing something this year that I'm gonna go to, so. But he doesn't really have anything ready either to go. So he's starting to. I want him to do. I want him to. I hope he does well. I mean, those of you on my server, you saw it. He posted a whole bunch of his work. He's not bad. He's pretty good, but you know, he's definitely a good for a commission. He's a good commission painter. But competition is something. It's something even bigger, and I think he can absolutely do this. I think he has the. I think he'll have the. He has the talent going into it, and I think he'll have the drive to get there. He just has to learn a bit more about blending. His color choices are good. I told him he'd have to like actually, you know, paint to lure. I don't know if he's lurking or not, but actually, no, he might be lurking. If you're lurking. If you are indeed lurking, Neon Gaming, I think you can do it. I think you can have a good showing, but it will take you work over the next year to do it. But push yourself. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of my carbon gray left, so. I'm hooked on painting now, fortunately from home. They can paint when I take break. Well, yeah, I work from home. Well, oh yeah, that's fair. I do it on my breaks at work. I don't work from home. Everybody knows I do. In fact, what's more is I now have somebody else. I have roped into somebody else into joining me, and he's painting on my breaks. It's so cool. He bought a Reaper Learn to Paint kit and got a bunch of paints that way. And then he actually has ordered a couple things off of Etsy. It excites me. So we paint at lunch together. There we go. That's not looking good. Actually, some exciting news tonight is Gareth should be back. Gareth Hreidmar should be back from his surgery adventures. Okay, I want to grab some black. Well, thank you. I try. I do try to be nice. Actually, I have a goal, like, to... One of the things I really get a kick out of... So we have this bar hammer thing that goes on up here. And that, like, a bunch of the people that have won that are all people on our server. Alley Cat did. I did. Night Whisper, I believe, won the last one. I'm trying to think of who else. I swear to God, there's somebody else, too. That might just be us three. That one you really gotta be good with color, and you gotta really make your stuff stand out. I'd like to go back to it. Alright, I think I do have to see if I can get any more paint out of this. Because I think I've missed a spot. Oh, I do have some more paint in this. Cool. As I said, I don't know. I've mentioned this before. But I've got newer people working around. One thing I've noticed is that it feels like you go through your paint so fast, and then suddenly you don't. It's like I go through, I swear to God, I go through 3/4 of the bottle in about, oh God, I don't know, a month. And then it takes me like 6 months to deal with the last quarter. Buzzing for. Hey, I paid for Blizzard. Yay. Alright, I'm gonna go somewhere where you're not buzzing at me. You're ordering one of my stickers? Oh god, you found my merch thing, huh? Order more than that! Look at all the friggin' stupid... I want to do more stuff, actually. I have plans. Like, but the problem is that my job is so busy. I haven't had time to put any stuff. I got some D&D stuff I'm gonna put up. I've got other stuff. You know what? No. I know what you should order. You should order the most inappropriate water cup in the world. I will show you because I actually have one. The reason why I don't use it is because I got so many other water cups. But I have it right here. You can see I have used it. It's got dirt around it. But, because I'm like one of the world's most inappropriate mini painters, I do have this water cup that says... on my vein, I don't know if you can see it. It says, miniature painting makes me moist. And it's a brush. It's a brush getting washed. Yeah, focus in on that thing. It's just a coffee cup. You can use it as a water cup. It said, you can tell I've actually used this. Telling you about my friends. So I have t-shirts and such with this. I got moist at the painted here at Tavern because Gareth Paints Minis told me I had to make that. And I believe he bought it. I don't care. Like all the logo gear, that's more or less for me. Because I could buy some shirts to wear to cons and things. So but I am gonna at some point I want to add, I have like a whole Pride series of D&D, you know. Basically, they're the D&D class with the snarky comment underneath, and what I did was I have ones that are just for anybody. You don't have to. They're not Pride. They're just designs. But I did take and did like the different Pride flags, and I made them the colors. So I have a trans one. I have gay. I have bi. Shoot, non-binary. I have they're not there. They're not actually sold there because I haven't put them up. I started to, but it's a huge amount of work to put up that many things. So maybe I will shoot for next June. I basically just a lot of the reason why I started that whole little shop is more or less said so I could buy myself gear to bring to cons. I will. Oh, I did not realize. So, not that I. You know what? You have to tell us what are your pronouns. Because I'll, a lot of times I'll say he. It's not because it's an insult. It's just because I don't know. And I've sort of adopted he, and this has been like I'm old, so it's not meant with any disrespect. But I'll use he because so many people on here are he's. So if you are she, or they, or whatever, I'll try to use it if I'm talking about you and your work you've done. Please correct me if I'm wrong too. If I make a mistake, correct me. Eventually, I will learn. He, him. I started Chinchilla 10 years ago now. I have a very good friend that transitioned to he, him, and it sounds weird. You would never, ever, ever, ever know. You would never know that at one point he wasn't a he. It is just he was always a he. It really epitomizes the fact that this is a very valid thing. Screw to all those people who say it isn't. Because it is. And the thing of it is, like, oh no, what the hell is on my thing? It's like white specks on there. So, I just figured out when I was 50. So couple things I do. I do a charity. I gotta still do the prizes for them. Although a lot of them are for Nerdy Tokyo. And I will have them for him at Adepticon. Also, Nerdy Tokyo, you'll have to tell me what the hell I'm going to 3D print for you because I don't think you did. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, there's some people out there that it's just really what it's really the. I want to say normal. That's not the right word at all, but it's really just what you are. You're not doing anything other than making yourself what you are. And that was the case with my friend there too. But yeah, he grows a better beard than a lot of men who were men at birth. So but I said, if I screw it up, please let me know. I'm more than happy to. He, him will make it easier, though, actually, for me. But it is, as I said, it's cool when you really can make yourself what you want to be, I think is what I'm trying to say. Well, one thing is, maybe someday you will get to one of those big competition ones, and maybe we'll meet each other, which would be amazing. But once again, if I do screw it up, please let me know, and I will fix it. And at some point, I will learn. I use the excuse that the hamsters in my brain really just stop running. Alright, so I'm almost done with her. That's actually pretty amazing. I'm almost done with her now. That's true. Actually, a lot of mini painters, like the not so much like Warhammer players, because we know there is a subset of that are not very friendly to. But painters, like the purely painter types, like me, we are a great community to hang out with. I think mostly it's the fact that we all started, we were all new once, and we want more of us. We want more people as part of this community. And in my case, I do go for diversity. One of the reasons why I do this is because I wanted. Go back over that. And we have to go over this too. I looked at the White Dwarf magazines back when I started and looked for like Golden Demon Award winners, and they were all white men. And I'm like, what the hell? Where's all the women? And then I did find out there are indeed some fantastic lady painters out there. But we're still in the minority. I could totally joke and say, "Damn it, you switch sides. We need more lady." I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I said, the fact remains, trans painters would be good too. So a little of my story. So I also do a fundraiser for the Trevor Project during the month of June. I'm part of the Fabulous Marines, which are a whole group of us that paint. Well, it could be whatever, but the thing is, you do like a Space Marine, and you paint it with trans color, or not trans, but any kind of pride colors. So my first one I did a bi pride Noise Marine. It was the old Noise Marine, this was years ago. So it was the one Noise Marine that was playing the guitar. It's like one of the coolest models ever. You're still into, we all have both sides. I think most people have. You definitely have both sides. I know I have a male side. I like football, and I like a lot of guy things. So I absolutely think I'm in touch with my male side. So, but anyways, yeah, I do a fundraiser for that. And the reason why the very first mini I did for that was that I figured out when I was 50. Wait, what'd you see on Goobertown Hobbies? I've met him. He's a cool shit. Goobertown's awesome. But I figured out when I was 50 that I was not exactly straight. I'm bi, so that's why the very first mini I did for the Trevor Project was a bi one. Oh, you're talking about the Noise Marine. Wait, yeah, he does, yes, he's part of the whole, he's part of this whole thing. The Trevor Project, the Fabulous Marines. He is nice. Yeah, I got to meet him at, what's the con? Huzzah. I get to meet him at Huzzah. He's actually north of me. He lives up in Maine. I'm in Massachusetts, so I'm about probably an hour or so south of him. Yeah, he was really nice, though. I believe last time I saw him, I gave him crap because he hadn't shown up. He didn't show up to Huzzah last year. Oh, noes. Why have I got crap? How did I get... Never mind. I know how I got. Let's see if I can take it off. Sometimes you can take it off, baby. Sometimes you can take off paint if you catch it quick enough. Which is coming off. Now, one thing I do still feel like I need is I want more contrast on this. on this. Yeah, no, he's a good dude. Definitely a good dude. I like him. Um, I've met. This is, by the way, being a streamer has really, I think, put me in touch with a lot of other streamers who do this. Um, because we raid and whatnot, we tend to get to know each other. There's a lot of us out there. I will say this. Um, but I would let's see. I would consider James Wapple as my friend, which has been one of the most. He's the one I'm the most shocked at because I've been a huge fan of his for years, and now we're like friends. The things I'm so excited about is going to Adepticon to go to Wapple, to Fort Wapple, which is something he runs, which is it's not paint tickets like a hobby hangout. And so he is awesome though, and probably one of the nicest people he met. I didn't meet his wife Kathy sadly because she passed away a couple years ago, but we talked through a server. We would hang out on Monday nights, online with our cameras going. We'd shoot the shit while we paint or just shoot the shit. Um, she was one of my first followers too, which is crazy. Um, but they were both my heroes. Let's see, who else do I know? Oh, Pun Expected. Pun is he's another oil painter like Night Whisper. He's so good. He's such a good painter. Really nice guy. He goes to Captain Con and runs the mental charity painters events there, and so hopefully I'll see him there soon. Yeah, Goobertown's actually going to go to Captain Con. I believe he's teaching how to use. They're like nail stamps, and I think he's made them for miniatures. And I think he's teaching a class there on how to use them. So but I mean, but then so remote. Who have I met? I met Painty Paint Paints, who was on tonight. Is he still on? No, I don't see it. I believe I met Gildebrush Studios, every Bracad. Trying to think of what I've met a lot of people. Cutie Patootie. She streams now and then. Big James Slay Game. I knew Big James Slay Gaming though. I met him right before my first stream, and that's how Kathy Wapple found me. As did everyone else. I was doing a test stream, and that became a real stream when they all freaking came in and followed. I will never forget that as long as I live, and I try to pay it forward. Um, oh my God, there's so many. Rathmore TV. Of course, Gel Tip and Night Whisper, my two of my closest friends, and they both stream. It's been just incredible. There's a lot of streamers in Massachusetts, ironically enough. I'm not sure why, but I'll take it. Let's see if I can smooth this out a little bit. So looking here and seeing where that shadow is, and I'm adding the dark blue to make a shadow. Like things I don't normally think of doing when I do a mini, but on a competition piece I think about is things like shadow lines and such.
Moist.
Moist. Oh my god, it's Garrett's Redmer! Welcome, welcome, sir. So, I'll believe you're back. I think I saw you on Monday. Oh, welcome to the piece that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. It's like the song there. I had someone said it was perfect. I'm like, yeah, but the entire base isn't painted. I can't stop now. And I go ahead and adjust I had to bring the sun over a bit. Originally, none of this was painted. But I realized I have you're gonna point right at her boob. Right there is where the sun is. So, reality, that's the direction is, and that's what should be. You're working on your Johnson! He's working on his Big Johnson! So, Gareth Forever is working on Lionel Johnson, the Warhammer mini. The mini of the year, what was it, 2 years ago? This year's mini of the year was I can't think of his name. But it's one of the new Space Wolves. It's the leader that's got the two wolves. Honest to God, watch a stream because it's the funniest fucking thing. That's right. This is why I actually go and hang out on Discord. Because it's just hilarious to get all the Johnson references. So for hilarity, please hang out when we go raid Garrett's Reidmar. Alright. And it was Logan Grimnar. Yes! It's Logan Grimnar. That is the mini of the year for 40k. I was so unsurprised. I got Secret Sanguinius this year along with Magnus the Red. I remember if Magnus the Red. I remember like the top three were like two of them Gamer DJ owns. What do you? What's quite the spectrum? By the way, if you don't follow Gareth Reidmar, you should follow Gareth Reidmar. I wonder where Night Whisper is today. Yep, I am doing right. There we go. Oh yeah, you get to be the two warring factions. There you go. But Grimnar, it was the mini of the year. It was voted on by the Warhammer fandom. I don't actually forget to go vote. Usually I go vote. I've done stupid things like, what did I vote for? I mean, they had the crab shank. I think I voted for that one year just because. Okay. I want now. So I'm gonna take this Phantom Glow and I'm gonna add white to it. I want to lighten it up more. It's the only color I think I have like this. I'm gonna, since I didn't take it out, I'm gonna use the butt end of my brush to mix it. So I would, you know what? I'm working this hard on a piece that I'm not bringing to the, I can't bring this to the Golden Demon. Look at all the bitty bits! Bitty bits. Thank you so much for the bits, Gareth. Now, one of the things I will say, a secret of competition painting is there is no such thing as too much contrast. Although, I mean, alright, I'll pull that back a little bit. I think contrast has to be, how much contrast you put into something is directly related to how shiny that thing is. But the reality is you can still put a lot of contrast into something. Like this. This is not a super shiny cloak. I think to get shine, you want more of a distance. So shiny is like very close together. We go from highlight to shadow. You're like the best, Gareth. So how is your hip? I'm assuming it's much better. I'm glad to see you're back on. Really, truly am. A friggin'. Why? There was a spot. Oh, maybe it was from earlier tonight. I'm gonna blend this in a lot more. This is just a start. Gain staples after doing great, especially after irrigation and blood. Your debris been held up. They'll tell you more if you're coming into. Yeah, come on. Actually, my dream, my painting dream, because it said Golden Demon is one thing, but you know what? I think my real dream is to get something into Virgo's vault. I'll even give it to them. Virgo's Vault is a miniature painting museum in Vegas. They're a brand new one. I have a little more hope after what I did at ReaperCon last year that maybe I'll have a shot at getting in there someday. That's my dream. Even more than a golden demon or whatnot. To be in a museum. Let's hear it. Indian just screaming that in a storm. It belongs in a museum. Oh Lord, I mean, so I don't know if people some I'm sure some of you have not heard of this. But yeah, it's a museum. It's a mini painting. And basically they've been going around to different competitions, like the big ones. And they've been picking up they basically go to competitions and they find stuff they like, and then they'll basically give a token, and you can turn that in. They'll pay you for your mini, and it'll go in the museum. Also, someday I want to go. Actually, I want to go to it. I want to go to the Las Vegas Open, which they have a huge hand in now. Las Vegas, yeah, the Las Vegas Open. I want to go to that. Although Vegas is such an expensive place to go to. All right. I'm going to take... Oh, yeah, good. Hooper is looking to tap people for advice about competitions. Because they want to go competition painting. You know what? I don't know. You're like the only one that I know who is absolutely... Like, that's something that they started doing this with that in mind. That they want to do that. I think it's cool. Now, Gareth has done... You only did the MSP once, didn't you, Gareth? Like, I remember you were going to, and then you left your friggin' competition entries at home, which friggin' sucks. Yeah, only once. The second time, I got halfway to Texas, they were on the table in my basement. How do you do that, Gareth? How do you freaking forget? Oh man, that was the saddest. Like I remember hearing you say that. I was like, I cried a bit inside on your behalf. I was like, how do you forget you're like, I make sure they're packed. That was like, I will say this. I'm also very used to traveling with miniatures, so that might be why I don't forget them because I'm so used to doing this. I'm blend this a little more. What time is it? 4 minutes. Alright, let me see if I can get this. If not, I'm gonna keep working on it off stream. Although I do have my first golden demon thing I'm working on that I've got to switch to. But I'm gonna get a little more of this done. I am getting there. Basically, I have to do after this is I gotta start the base. Because it's all about the base and the base and the base. And then I've got her arm, which I've started. Oh, something I'm looking forward to Adepticon. I want to be part of the Paint Pass. That thing, that is such an, looks like such an amazing experience. I want to do that. Now we get some proper highlights on this. So what do we think, huh? All right. It is. It is time. Oh man, that was fun. Oh my god, it is time, but I keep finding things that I want to fix. little too much right there. So the next thing will be to figure out what I want to put on this. Gonna be like that. Alright, it is time to go. Now it is officially time to go. Good night, Hooper. Let's go raiding over to Garrett's Ryber, who's back after his hiatus for his hip surgery. So we're all getting old, man. Let's create the raid. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. Be ye lurkers, be ye chatters, be ye who visit me after when I'm no longer live. I appreciate you all. You're all awesome. Rock on with your bad selves. I will be back on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, of course, Wednesdays at 12:30. God damn it. That's Saturdays. Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I should also be on the Corsairs of the Azure Atoll on the Murder Hobo Inc. channel on Sunday night at 6:30 live. All the episodes are up on that channel. It's on YouTube, so it's M Hobo Inc. or Murder Hobo Inc. Check us out. We're chaotic as fuck. Oh, look, it's a cheap viewers at the last minute. Well, you know what? Goodbye. We're going to do this quickly. So, until that's it. Actually, that's all my announcements for this week. There was supposed to be painting on Sunday. I'm gonna actually contact him. I gotta change the date. I will be busy, unfortunately. All right, so until next time, I pass cross on the Painted Hero Tavern or at the Painted Hero Tavern. I hope life is grand for you all, and happy painting.